Hello everyone and welcome to ByteSet. In this video I will show you how to create your first iPhone app and using the Swift programming language. And I assume you have access to a Mac, you can use a Mac, and also that you have already downloaded and installed Xcode, and you can do that via the App Store. So once you start the Xcode, normally you are greeted with this welcome screen, and you can create a new project by clicking this button, create a new Xcode project. If this window doesn't appear, you can also create a project via File, New, and then clicking Project here. So when we click the button, then we have to select which type of project we want to build, and in this case we want to build an iPhone app, so iOS app, and it's pre-selected, so we click next. Then we give it a name, we can call it hello world, then make sure interface is storyboard and language is Swift, and click next. Then we need to tell it which directory we want to store the project. I'm okay with this one, so create. And there you go. Then Xcode creates our app for us, and it creates also a bunch of files, and it can also already run. So if we press, if we choose a simulator phone and we press the build button, then it should come up with a blank screen, and that's it. That's the blank screen. So what we want to do in this app is add a label, just a simple label in the center of this screen. And there are two ways of adding a label. Well, there is more than two ways, but I will show you two ways to add this label. One is a completely graphic way using the main storyboard file and the graphic user interface to add the label and modifying the look and the text. And the other way is completely programmatically, so adding code directly to the view controller file. I will show you both ways so you know so you know both, and also many apps are built with some kind of a mixture of the two. So some parts are using the graphic user interface, as some elements are added by the graphic user interface and then maybe modified programmatically directly in the controller's files. So let me show you the graphic user interface way for now. So first, so we select the main storyboard, and here is our controller, and then to select the label, we just click this plus sign here, we select the label, and we drag and drop directly into the view controller like this. Then as you can see here, like a yellow kind of warning appear, and this is basically telling us that the app needs some kind of help to know where should the label, how should the label be positioned in the app in relation with the other, or in the screen rather, in relation to other UI element within that same controller. In this case, there are no other UI element, so the position is basically in relation to its container, basically. And so that's what the app needs. That's why there is this warning here. So to fix the warning and to help the app positioning the label, we're gonna add some constraint. And since we want to center the label within this screen, and also we want to make sure that it will be centering different size of screens. Like we want to be sure that this label will be centered on large iPads or also in very small iPhones. So to do that, we click this button where some of the constraints are. We also have this other button where other constraints are, but in our case we select this one because there are very convenient constraints that we can use this label, and it's, for example, the horizontal and vertical alignment within the parent constraint. So this is perfect for us. The parent constraint is the view, and then which occupy the entire screen, and then we want this label to be horizontally and vertically centered within that view. So these constraints are perfect, and we click here, and then we see that the warning disappear and the label is here. However, the label is still rather boring. It's center, but it's just say label in there. So to modify that, again, we could use it programmatically, or we could do it entirely um, graphically. So in this case, I will show you how to do it graphically. So we select the label, and here we click label, and then we can write, for example, hello world, and then you can see here it already changed. Then we can change the color, for example, red, and change the fonts, maybe, yeah, make it a little bit bigger and bolder, and done, and then oh, this didn't change, I think. So this one, okay, semi-bold, and this 24, enter, done. Okay, so yeah, so this should be it. It's a semi-bold and it's a bit bigger, so let's see how it looks like. Okay, there we go. Now we have a hello world exactly in the center of the screen, and now I will show you how to do the exact same way, but the exact same thing, achieve the exact same result, but entirely programmatically. So first things that we're gonna do, we're gonna delete this one. So this is blank again. So if you run it um, again, nothing appears here. So we stop, and we're gonna use the view controller. So yeah, so programmatically it will be a bit longer to create, but well, hello word label, for example, of type label, and then here we create setup setup UI, and then private function setup UI void. Oh, return void. Okay, and then hello world equal UI label. So we initialize the label, then we add the label to the view, to the subview, hello world. Then we make sure we tell the app that we are the one taking care of the constraint. So the so we are the one that will basically position the programmatically the label within its view, within its container. So we can do that now. And so we do that via this property, and then we add the constraint now. Activate, and then hello world label dot center x dot constraints equal to view, save, and then center x, and then exactly the same thing, but with the for the y constraint, for the y-axis. Okay, so now we have centered, and now we're just gonna modify the look of it. So hello world, so it should say hello world, and then the font should be was 24, and it's kind of semi-bold, and then the color, hello text color, I think, yes, text color equals system red. Okay, so this should basically achieve the same thing that was achieved before graphically. Let's start running. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the label appears here, and now, well, as a bonus, I want to show you like a third way, which is kind of maybe the most popular way. Maybe it's the way that most of these things happen. Um, so what we can do is, okay. So which is basically is the hybrid way. Is some with some graphical help, and then we use the and then we finalize the initialization of the label within the view controller. So again, we add the label here, and we kind of center it, and maybe we can use this one again to center horizontally, center vertically, and we add the two constraints, and then that's it. That's kind of, we have the label there and its position, and now we can move to the view controller and modify this position label. But first, we need to add the reference of this label into the view controller file. So the way to do that is that we click here, we click assistant, and that shows us this. So we should probably comment this off, and then we drag the label. We press the control button, and then we press label, and then we drag it into the view controller. And then we can call exactly the same, hello world label. There you go. Okay, so now if we click here for a better view, now this one is it basically is called an outlet, and is a reference to, so this one is a reference obviously to this label, or this label, which is the same thing. So then we don't need to initialize it because it's already initialized. We don't need to add it to the subview because it's already added, and we already added the constraints too. So we can easily remove all this code, and basically just keep these, just keeps the modification. So if we run it, it should show exactly as before. And there you go, it shows exactly before. So thank you very much, everyone. So this is the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and please like and subscribe. I will continue to post new videos. My next one I will build a to-do list app. These are not, I know they're not incredibly exciting apps, but they will be very useful to build the foundation that you need for later on build your own app. So yeah, please stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.